Hey, Jesse Collier here coming at you. Hey, I hope you like the picture I posted up there. It's got a picture of the road with the sun in the back, like a light shining. That kind of uh, resembles my life. I'm on this path. I'm on this journey, and there's light at the end, and I'm very clear on my direction, which way I'm going, and I find this to be a very powerful image. Um, so I'm shooting this video today for a couple reasons. Let me say, this video is going to probably be one of the hardest videos I've ever done in my life, and I'm going to explain to you why. I've been following successful entrepreneurs online for a few years. And not only have I been following successful entrepreneurs and their successes, I've been following successful entrepreneurs and their backgrounds. Where did they come from? Where did they start? Right? I can really identify and with newbies, people who are new, people who are up and coming, people who are experiencing a struggle right now. And I feel that the newbies are the most important people because they've taken that action and they've implemented something in their life and they made a conscious decision to make a change in their life. And I know for me, when I first started, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know where to start, what to do, nothing, right? But I realized the only requirement for anything in life is a burning desire. Let me explain what I mean by that. You can have the tools and the resources and the knowledge and all that stuff, but if you don't really want it, you're not going to really use it, right? And if you have a burning desire, but you don't have all the other tools and resources and training and coaching and all that stuff will come. Because with the burning desire, you figure it out. You find a way no matter what. You know what I mean? You figure it out. So I've been following successful entrepreneurs online. I'm very inspired. I'm very motivated. When I hear some of these success stories, like it's one thing to hear one or two, or maybe they're making it up, or yeah, it sounds too good to be true. But story after story after story after story, many of which I can relate to, is very, very inspiring. So as I continue on this path of personal development, and as I evolve and become more successful, I have a story, and that my story is a pretty rough story, and I've always had a hard time sharing that story with people on a public level, on a broadcast level, um, because it can be looked at many ways, right? And I always feared that I'd be judged, or that people wouldn't trust me, or that, you know what I mean, people would maybe run from me if they really knew who I was, and so I just sit back and I you know from this point forward, like, this is all I want you to know, is like how, where I'm at now and moving forward, and this is who I am. And let me tell you something, I'm not the same person I was before today, and I'm not the same person today as I'm going to be next year, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. See, we're on this journey, right? And I feel like I'm smack in the middle of this amazing journey in life. Let me share a little something with you. And this is complete vulnerability. I've never shared this online before. I'm going to share a little bit about where I come from, what it was like, what is it like now, and a little bit about what my vision is for the future. I had a very interesting upbringing, a very interesting childhood, a little dysfunctional, a little abusive. Um, I picked up a speech impairment at a really young age, and that was really hard for me to live with. Like, I couldn't talk to people or make friends. Like, I could barely even say my name, and I was just a hot mess. Like, I was a walking wreck at like 5 years old, like 6 years old. Like, I was stuttering, and it was just horrible. And that I felt uncomfortable inside. I didn't like myself. I didn't like how I felt inside, my tight chest and nervous and shaken and just antisocial and just it felt weird. And I don't know if anyone on the outside knew that or could see that, but I could feel it inside. And that energy and that vibration and that uncomfortable feeling penetrated out and um, it just began to progress. And I spent a lot of time as a kid in child boys' homes, facilities, institutions, mental hospitals for kids, like lockdown facilities. I don't know how I got there, why, or whatever. I mean, I don't, it is what it is. But I spent a lot of time of my childhood in these controlled environments, and when I wasn't in these controlled environments, when I would get out, I started using drugs. I became addicted at a very young age, and so as you can tell already, this is going to be a good story. My childhood, man, institutions, impairments, disabilities, substance abuse. My behaviors behind my substance abuse led me to incarceration. I served a lot of time in prison because of my behaviors while I was on drugs. You see, drugs weren't my problem. Drugs were the answer to all of my problems. So I thought at the time, and it just progressed and led me to a life of just like I was tapping into the wrong energy. Like my vibration was going, it was like negative, and it was getting worse fast. And I remember sitting in the California State Penitentiary at the age of 30 years old. 30 years old. And they asked me if I want to take my GED. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? I'll take my GED. Hadn't read a book in over 15 years. Took my GED and I passed. Like in one shot, I passed my GED. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, so you got your GED at the age of 30 years old in prison? Like, big wow, right? Good job there, buddy, right? But for me, that was like a big deal. Like I accomplished something. Like I was in the most negative environment that you could ever possibly imagine, with no hope. I was homeless, a drug addict in prison with no hope. Like I'm, like no direction, lost. And this blessing came upon me to take my GED, and I took it and I passed. And the feeling I got inside for the first time in my life was I felt like I had accomplished something, and I felt so empowered, so like nothing could stop me. Like I felt like I could do anything, and something just switched. Like I made a conscious decision. Like I am going to make a change. Like I'm gonna figure something out quick. And what I learned was that, and I lived by this. That this is powerful. When the pain that remains becomes greater than the pain to change, only at that point in time is a person willing to make that change. See, people get so comfortable in life, it's just not painful enough for them, or they haven't hit that rock bottom, or they haven't, they might not be where they want to be, but they're not where it's not that, like, it's just the pain of the current reality isn't bad enough for them yet. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's where you're at in life. I don't know your current situation in life, but let me tell you something. The pain that remained was so great to make the change. All of a sudden, it didn't seem like a very bad idea. It didn't seem hard. It seemed easy to transition. It seemed easy to make that switch, right? So I get out of prison. I go to a 12-step program. I found some recovery. I'm in recovery right now, I'm proud to say. Um, and I made a conscious decision. I'm going to turn my life around. I, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how. I didn't know what I was doing. I had nothing. I figured it out. I took baby steps, and I'm like 30 years old, like trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And that's my story. That's my story. But what I didn't realize is that my whole life was mapped out by design. It was designed to make me the person I am today. Right? I had to experience certain hardships and situations and circumstances, and I had to go through what I had to go through to condition me for today. Because I know I serve a greater purpose. And I know there's people out there who need to hear my message. I know there's people out there who are struggling, who might not, feel worthy, or they don't, have any direction, or they don't know what they're doing, right? So when I decided to change my life, I was the only person out of everyone I knew who came up with this bright idea to try something new, right? To change my life, to improve my circumstances, to become the best version of me I can be. See, I have an addictive temperament, right? Like, I'm an extremist. Like, I go all the way, right? I just didn't realize at the time that I had it channeled in the wrong direction. As soon as I flipped it around, I'm in a positive forward momentum. I still have the temperament, but it's going in the other direction now, right? Let me tell you something. If you think you can do something, and if you think you can't do something, both answers are right. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, guess what? You're right. So when I made the decision to change in my life, I went against like everyone I knew. Like, I was the only one. So I had to break away from the masses of my environment at the time to make the change that was going to better my life. And eventually I stumbled upon entrepreneurship, and from personal development, working the 12 steps, finding a higher power, getting spiritually connected, all these things, it's enabled me to kind of like recognize my purpose, or find, like, why am I here? Like what am I here for, right? What's my purpose? And so what I'm seeing with a lot of entrepreneurs is that, like, so when I decided to get recovery and change in my life, I had to break away from those masses. Well, in recovery, I came up with this idea, or I was exposed to entrepreneurship, and it was a great idea. I seen it right away. Boom, I locked in. I was sold, right? Ever since then, I've been on that path, right? But I was still, once again, like, I was the only person out of everyone I knew who felt that was a good idea. It was a smart idea, right? So once again, I had to break away from my masses again. I had to go online, and nobody around me, even though I was on the positive path, like, still nobody. I just still kind of felt like nobody was really on my level. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on this mission, right? And I went online, and man, I have a tremendous, like, this awesome network of people who are just like me, who share the same vision as me, who aspire greatness, and who want to achieve just awesomeness in their life. And I'm so empowered, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you out there who support me, who are with me, who've locked arms with me, and who are coaching me and mentoring me, and who are following me, and everyone in between, right? So here I am. Why am I sharing all this with you? Why am I getting vulnerable? Why have I spent the last 15 minutes talking about all this stuff that's actually, it's like, it's none of your business, really, right? Well, for a couple reasons. One, I want you to know who I am. I want you to know that I come from humble beginnings. Like, I come from a background. I come from a society that like I'm not supposed to succeed. Like where I come from and where I'm at now, like this is not supposed to happen in everyone's eyes, right? But I don't accept that as reality. I made a conscious decision. I'm making a change. I'm doing what I gotta do to better my life. And you're either on my side or you're in my way. You know what I mean? And I have to stay connected with the people who are on my side. And I look for people. I can see it in their eyes. I look for people who want something better out of life. And I reach out to those people. And I offer value and I try to help those people the best I can. Right? I'm here to tell you, you can do it. Whatever your goals are, whatever your vision is, whatever you're looking to achieve in life, you can do it. You want to talk about hardships and obstacles and fears and inadequacies and insecurities and roadblocks and disabilities, and let me tell you something. I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm not supposed to be alive right now. And I am. I'm here, and I'm here to tell you that you could do anything you set your mind to. Anything. I'm on this constant road of personal self-development. There's more information online than there's ever been. It's at your fingertips. Google, YouTube, look it up. Whatever you wish to achieve, accomplish in life, figure it out. If you have that burning desire, nobody's going to stop you. And I'm here to let you know that it is possible. And as my beautiful wife and my kid come home and I sit in this amazing home and I have an awesome family and I have freedom, I have recovery. Hey, come here, kid. And I have this awesome kid here. I'm live right now shooting a video. What's up, guys? This is my why. Like, this is why I do what I do. This is why I reach out. This is why I offer value. This is why I choose to help people any way I can. So if you're watching this video and you're feeling hopeless or lost or confused or stuck or whatever it is that you're feeling, man, reach out to me. Send a message. Shoot me a message. Nobody will know. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to offer value to you. My mission in life is to serve others, whether it's business, finance, relationships, health, whatever it is, man. Let me hear your story. Share your story with me. I would love to hear it, because life is a story, and it's not about where you're from. It's about where you at and where are you looking to go. I'm very passionate about my story, and I've been rambling for about 20 minutes now. I want you to really get an understanding of who I am, right? And my vision for the future is to help as many people as I can to achieve greatness in life, to be the best version of themselves. And whatever I can do to help another person, I'm overpaid already. I am so blessed and so grateful to have everyone I have in my life and to be in a position to be able to help others. Put a comment in the comment section. Send me a message. I would love to hear your feedback, and I will see you soon. God bless.